black guy. Hello, how may I help you?
Hey, Habibi, look, my hang low ain't working like it's supposed to. You got any of them sex pills?
May I randomly suggest one of these generic products?
Nah.
You should take the A game, little bro.
Bling bling for the ding ding.
Nah.
You shouldn't be taking that poison, little bro. Here, try one of mine.
Yes, right.
A game will make a girl give you her credit card number.
It is very true.
Plus, it's an all-natural solution for men. Not like these gas station pills gonna make your manhood shrivel up and fall off.
Oh my golly, he's right. A-game is an all-natural solution for men. And you take it and it give you energy and libido and your vitality will be out the roof.
I feel it kicking in already. I'm gonna go home and show my girl.
Okay, but don't forget to drink 16 to 32 ounces of water.
Hey, baby.
Ooh, look who brought their A game.
And that A is for apocalypse, cause I'm about to blow your back up.
Ooh, I love it when you bring your...
Hey all my Crimsonites, and welcome to the Crimson Cure channel, where we embrace our femininity, increase our womanly values, and celebrate our brothers. So join me on our feminine journey to learn, heal, and grow. Hey, how is everybody? Yes, it's a Saturday and we're live. So how's everybody doing? Thank you, Philip and Teray. Philip said, passing through, congrats on 67. I'm going broke, congratulating you at each 1,000 of growth. Great job. Thank you so much. I really appreciate it. And thank you, Teray. So, thank you for the start. This is actually my favorite, and I'm like, I can't wear it as many times as I want to. Can't wear it that many times. Cause I like this one. This one and the other one with like the little pink flowers on it is like my favorite print, cause I really, really like prints. So I like a good print. I really appreciate you guys coming out on Saturday for me. I got an interesting clip. It's like a short clip, but I wanted to talk about it, and it's the inspiration for this show. It's the inspiration for the title, Why Black Men Can't Hold Black Women Accountable. I kind of like to pose this question to the audience. Can black men hold black women accountable? Like, are they able to, like as a group? If so, why? If not, if you don't think that they are capable of that, just put your thoughts in the chat. It'd be interesting to see them. Don said nobody can. Might have a little bit of a point. But here's the thing. It's a short, so it's only so long. But I'm going to share my screen, and I'm going to let you hear it. I'm going to run it probably twice. Let you hear it twice. And then we're going to discuss that today. So let me go ahead and share the screen. Let me come all the way over here. And so we're going to let this run twice. Okay? Here we go.
Off listening.
What?
But I just got to be very honest with it. When I thought about it, I was like, wait a minute. If you in the sports, if you the leader of the team and the team loses, they gonna come at you, right? Because you're the leader.
You're the quarterback.
If we're the leader of the community, and if black women are so out of control, or modern women are so out of control, then ain't that on us?
Yeah.
Like, didn't we drop the ball some fucking where? Because when I think about it, like, we are the least, if we're just talking about black men and black women, we are less educated than them.
Yeah.
And it's getting to the point where we even starting to make less money than them.
Yeah.
I don't think we even in a fucking position to hold them accountable. Hold each other accountable. Let them hold each other accountable, and then we kind of come back and meet in the middle. This is gonna piss a lot of y'all off listening.
Nigga, what?
But I just got to be very honest with it. When I thought about it, I was like, wait a minute. If you in the sports, if you the leader of the team, and the team loses, they gonna come at you, right? Because you're the leader.
You're the quarterback.
If we the leader of the community, and if black women are so out of control, or modern women are so out of control, then ain't that on us?
Yeah.
Like, didn't we drop the ball some fucking where? Because when I think about it, like, we are the least, if we're just talking about black men and black women, we are less educated than them.
Yeah.
And it's getting to the point where we even starting to make less money than them.
Yeah.
I don't think we even in a fucking position to hold them accountable. Hold each other accountable. Let them hold each other accountable, and then we kind of come back and meet in the middle.
Okay. So, let me come back to you. Here we go. Everything that he said, I would agree with. I would agree with it. I would even agree with his sports analogy. There's only one thing that blows that whole concept. What is it? Just put it in the chat. He said one thing that invalidates everything he said. Lionheart's getting there. D'Angelo said it. D'Angelo said it. Black men are not the leaders of the community. And they haven't been for like 70 years now or more. That blows everything he just said out of the water. Everything. Because generally speaking, he's not wrong. See, the leader is always accountable. The leader is accountable for everything that the followers are doing. Whether they are doing it right or wrong. If you are in a work environment and there is a project and then you have a project manager or a team manager, and that project fails, that team fails, you do not complete the task properly or at all or on time or what have you, then the project manager or the team manager is accountable for what the team did or did not do. Using his sports analogy, if you've got a football team and they go in there and drop the ball on a game that they should have won, but they made a lot of mistakes and it cost them the game, you're looking at the coach, you're looking at the quarterback, you're looking at the leadership points of the team. to see why did the team fail. Correct? Correct, Mundo? So much so that teams that are on a constant losing streak, all of that, who do they eventually fire? Like you get a football team, and that football team has 3 or 4 losing seasons, and you've tried to swap out players, you've tried to build that team. If the team doesn't start coming together to win, who gets fired? The coach and all his staff. And if you real bad, if you've had to fire the coach a couple of times within the last decade, who do you fire then? Who do you fire then? When you realize it's not even the coaches, you fire the general manager. You fire the general manager. GM's got to go. Because you can't pick the coaches properly. You are mismanaging the team's funds by paying disproportionately players that aren't worth it, making crappy contracts. And cleaning house means that you've gotten rid of everybody and you're in rebuild. Takes a football team approximately 3 years to see if the rebuild worked or not. So accountability is for the leader. Who's been the leader of the Black community? For the past, since the baby boomer generation, who has been the leader of the Black community? Black women. Black women have led the community since the boomers. Now, because see, I'm not interested in talking about things from a standpoint of what we wish they were when it's convenient for us. Because in a perfect world, everything he said would have been correct. Excuse me. And if in a perfect world, if black men had led us down this path, and we were in this dire straight situation, then my channel wouldn't even be here, or it would be geared towards what women should do now because the male leadership is bad. See, we would be talking about women go their own way. Because our male leadership has failed us for 70 years. We've given them chances and the men just can't hack it. Then you would see me talking about, well, women, we're pretty feminine. We probably should go and get men who are going to be masculine and take care of business. See, it's a whole different narrative going on. However, the fact of the matter, the truth of the matter is that Black women are the leaders of the Black community. And they have made sure that they are the leaders. And there's someone else who's made sure that Black women stay in front, because he began to talk about how Black men don't make as much and how Black men are not as educated, which I find to be lies. I don't believe that. Thank you, Miss Lou Casely. I don't actually believe that. Black women see. Let's talk about the cap. Let's talk about the cap. Let's talk about the cap of black women are more educated and making more money. That is cap. That is cap. Just because y'all enroll in the community beauty school, and listen, I'm not knocking community beauty school. I am not knocking cosmetology school. Because I'm going to tell you this much. If you go to cosmetology school and you can do hair, you got one up than me, because I cannot take a curling iron in my head and come out right for nothing in the world. Okay? You want me to do my hair? Fine. I can wash it. I can moisturize it. I can clip the ends. And I can put me some twists in there. Put me some braids in there. Something like that. But your girl, now on somebody else's head, I might could hook you up a little bit there. It's a different story on my own head. Some of my ladies may know the struggle. Okay? That's why you go to hairstyling school, because it is a skill to be learned. So I'm not knocking cosmetology school. I'm not knocking your community beauty school. I'm really not. It's an honest day's work. But that is not going to be more educated. Black women on the whole aren't just running those circles around black men just because see, that means that we think that going to college and getting a degree automatically correlates with how much money you can make. Thank you, Mr. Bobby Wright. So happy belated fellow Gemini. Thank you so much. Because the part that's forgotten is that in order to make a higher earning, women have to seek higher education. We have to. Unless we're real savvy with something that we may have come up with or some business idea that we had, and we're really savvy about that. Other than that, for women, we need a higher education in order to make a higher dollar. Men don't always necessarily have to do that, because men have a little thing they can do that starts with an L. What is that? Starts with an L. Labor. BJ Bayou put it in labor. See, men can go out and get the jobs that women don't want to do or are incapable of doing, and those jobs make a lot of money. Those jobs make a lot of money. Like I gave an example, them line, the guys that get on the lines, the electric lines and stuff. The guys that are working in these filtration plants, guys that are working in these nuclear plants, guys that are working, in all of these high, labor intensive jobs, these dirty jobs. Thank you, Franklin. Men are doing these dirty jobs that women would never do. And listen, I'm not knocking that women will never do it. I don't want to be no garbage person. It's not a whole lot of women in the trucking business. There's some. But I wouldn't want to haul truck all the time. You have to go get your CDL, and then only the experience on the road really gets you. You got to drive in all types of weather. You got to handle that 18-wheeler behind you. That's not an easy task. Okay? So the men have these other options for work that do not require, most of the time, any specific higher education. He may need some sort of certification in order to do things. You know, it's a lot of men doing HVAC. It's a lot that men do that women don't touch. And again, I'm not knocking it, women don't touch it. If you're a feminine woman, you don't want to touch it. I would never want to go empty garbages. I would never want to work the landfill. I would never want to, I don't want to do that. Getting up under a hood of a car because you certified and you make about $140 an hour, but, no thank you. So he spewed a lot of foolishness talking about, well, now they starting to make more money than us. And we can't go, they getting more education than us. Says who? Says other black women on social media? Have you looked it up? Black women are out of control because they want to be. Thank you, Big Black Bubba. Thank you so much for sponsoring the show with Philip and with everyone. Thank you so much. So the thing about it is, these women aren't out here running no circles around no men. They just not. A lot of these women are getting out here making some women making a decent amount of money, but do they know what to do with their money? Let's just face it. It's a lot of women, with few exceptions. There are a lot of women that don't know what to do with their money, even if they were making it. Okay? It's a lot of women that think that once they get money, the best thing to do with it is to show that they have money. That's actually the worst thing that you can do with your money, is start spending it on things to show that you have money. You won't have it for long. Keep playing with it. Keep buying just consumer items. You will not have it, especially if you don't have a man that's around that know what to do with some money, tell you what to do with your money, so you can have your money. So a lot of these chicks are running around here. They're not making no money, y'all. She's average, okay? She's making 20-something, maybe 30-something thousand a year. Again, I'm not knocking that at all. If you're doing honest work and that's what you can do, then that's what you can do. But let's not act like this is some type of huge come up situation. Because a lot of these women who do have a little money can't always credit back some man somewhere that was helping them do it, and then now they want to cry that they are independent and that they haven't needed anybody. Then he said something about the holding accountable, that men need to hold each other accountable, and that the women need to hold each other accountable, and that you come somewhere in the middle. That's if you have sense. That only work if you got sense. That only works if you have sense. Thank you, Black Thoughts. I'm a plumber crawling in tight spaces. Work 45 minutes made $500. Good money, but most wouldn't do it. Exactly. Because if you're waiting on me to get your pipes right in your wall because something happening, because they done busted in the wall, and now your paint peeling and you got bubbles all everywhere because it's water in the wall, and now I got to get in there and do something with these crazy pipes and put them back. You shut the water off so I can put them back. You will have bubbly walls. Waiting on me, you have bubbly walls. So I appreciate your work, Black Thoughts, because it is men like you that I shall call. Okay? If ever there is a leak or some other plumbing issue, okay? Because if you're waiting on me, you're going to have bubbly wet walls. They going to be bubbly. You know how the paint bubble out when it's something under there wet? If you're waiting on me to get your tub together or your toilet, you'll just be waiting. Let me hit a commercial break. After these messages, we'll be right back.
Okay, we're downloading A-Game's formula.
3, 2, 1.
He be getting it in, okay? Iron Man be getting it in for days at a time. That's that energy, y'all. That's that energy we be talking about with A-Game, right? Okay, so let's get to the other side of this. The holding each other accountable. Because while there are flaws, and I've witnessed it, and the men will likely to co-sign this for me, because men don't have as hard of a time with accountability as women seem to. There have been some issues between men on accountability, but I think generally speaking, men don't mind holding each other accountable. I have seen on numerous occasions, online and offline, thank you, Gregory, online and offline, where black men have held each other accountable for the stupid stuff. I've heard them call out simps. I've heard them call out these F-boys and these dudes that's out here foolish, and all of that sort of thing. I have seen many times black men hold each other accountable. So since I'm not a man, I'm not in a position to hold the men accountable, because I've never lived as a man. I don't understand the dynamics of living as a man, especially living as a black man. Right? But the women, different story. I don't know what these men think these women are going to hold each other accountable to or hold each other accountable for, because black women do not hold each other accountable for the things that matter. Let me repeat that. Black women do not hold each other accountable for the things that matter. Thank you, Chris. Saying men are natural leaders. It's written in our DNA. Women follow naturally. Men will hold each other accountable, and they recognize when they're not doing well. Like when I was talking about Monique and her daddy, and I was calling out the bad leadership, I didn't see one man in my chat room or in my comment section try to come to his rescue and say, oh man, you coming down on the brother, sister, you know, he doing the best he can. You know, I don't know why you saying he a bad leader. Man, come on now. You know, you turning against the brothers now. Cause you know, I didn't hear one man pipe up to say, I was wrong for saying that her husband had bad leadership. They were in agreement with that. Yeah, his leadership's bad. His leadership is bad. Because look at what his wife is doing. He's responsible for that. He's responsible for the things that are coming out of his household, especially if both of them are saying that he's the leader. What's coming out of his household for the public to consume is a product of bad leadership. You're right, sister. His leadership is bad. Thank you, Mr. Bobby Wright. I'm enrolled in welding trade school. Every student I've seen has been black men, white men, Mexican men, a few Mexican women. Only black women I've seen work the front desk, trades, build infrastructures. Exactly. Okay? I didn't see one man come and say, man, sister, you know, that brother do got good leadership, because they couldn't have pointed out where his leadership was good at. So they didn't cap. And they didn't throw on their cape for another man just because he was a man. They didn't do that. The leadership is stupid. It's toxic. And he got his wife out here down bad. And I wasn't scared to say it because it was true. I didn't say all black men leadership was bad. I was talking about one particular guy. And the example was so obvious and so blatant. Why would any man have even made a fool out of himself to come to that guy's defense? But women, on the other hand, will come anywhere, any old where. And this is why I say this. This is why I say this on my channel. I don't like to see you tell on yourself when you're really a hyena, when you're really a chameleon. Because if I'm talking about a particular mind state of black women, if I'm talking about particular behaviors of black women, if I'm talking about particular instances and things that are going on with black women that are leading our community down a path of destruction, why would you as a so-called good woman come to a hyena's defense? And that is why black women will never be holding each other accountable, because you don't hold each other accountable for the things that matter. What matters in our community is the blatant and rampant misandry. Black male misandry. Misandry, and a complete disdain and disrespect for all things black male authority and leadership. Are black women going to hold each other accountable for the feminist ideologies that they hold, the Marxist ideologies that they hold? Are black women going to hold each other accountable for that? Are black women going to hold each other accountable for the way in which they treat their children? Are black women going to hold each other accountable for these single mother-led homes where they're giving the highest honor that you can give to a man to men that they will get on social media and trash in a heartbeat? Correct. We gonna hold each other accountable for that? Because if we were holding each other accountable for the things that actually mattered, we'd be better. We would have progressed past a lot of this foolishness, but we don't. We don't hold each other any ways accountable for any of the things that black women do at all. The only time black women hold other black women accountable is when they're going against the sisterhood code. That's when they're going against sisterhood code. Then they'll start, girl, they'll check each other for that. Girl, you know you ain't supposed to do that, girl. But nothing that really would move the community forward and would really make a change for us as a whole. That they don't do. Because when black women do step up to say, you know what, ladies, we going in the wrong direction. This is not what we're supposed to be doing. We are supposed to be acting as women. We are supposed to be doing what we're supposed to be doing in our femininity, etc., etc. We get called names. We're pandering to black men. We're pick-me's. We're doormats. We're stupid. We just want male attention. Speaking of want male attention, nobody want male attention more than these hyenas out here. Y'all can miss me with that. Because y'all want attention from any man that's walking around here with male body parts. Okay? Thank you, Preston. Thank you so much. Said facts. Thank you. Thank you so much. Because y'all the one run around here thirst trapping, waiting for a man to say something to you. And we the pick-me's. Y'all run around here waiting on a man to say something to you. Waiting on a man to like you. Waiting on a man to compliment you. Waiting on a man to, heart your pictures and this, that, and the third, and try to holler at you in your DMs and yada, yada, yada. Like, y'all the perverts. Every picture you post show your camel toe or your booty. I ain't seen no lionesses do that yet. So who's running around here looking for the validation of men? It's not the so-called pick-me. It's not the lioness. We're not doing it. Because we know how to get actual attention that doesn't cause for us to degrade ourselves or step out of our femininity or go into this thought space, this whorish little space. Because we know something more than the transaction. When y'all got women, young and old, holding up. Look, I know I'm going off on a little tangent, but bear with me, please. Thank you all. Assalamu alaikum, Ms. Zahira said, just showing some love. Salams, beloved. Wa alaikum assalam, sweetheart. Young and old black women look up to Lori Harvey. Why? Why? Thank you, Black Goku said what it really comes down to is that black women are afraid of change because they don't want to do the hard work to get the outcomes they say they want. Yeah, they don't want to be lazy. They're very lazy. All these chicks is looking up to Lori Harvey. You know, I might speak on that. We might speak on that Monday if I don't forget. Lori Harvey. They wouldn't be celebrating Lori if she had married Michael B. Jordan without the sexual past. If she didn't have a sexual past, thank you, Chris. If she didn't have a sexual past the way that she does, and then Michael B. Jordan came up to her and did everything the right way because he was trying to court her, okay? And she married him, these thoughts wouldn't be out here talking about Lori Harvey. They wouldn't have nothing to say about her. No accolades, no nothing. But Lori is like they thought God. She's like they thought goddess. And it's a little bit confusing to me. And I said this on a previous, right before it came out that her and Michael B. Jordan were no longer together. I said this on a live stream when I was talking about Corinne Steffens, old 304 giving bad thought advice. And I said, she likes Lori. She's like giving accolades to Lori. That might be a red flag, beloved. Michael, if somebody show you this video, might be a red flag. Anytime you got a woman that has gone by the moniker superhead, liking the way your girlfriend move, and then here we are. I wonder why she's the thought goddess. I guess because she represents everything that a thought would want. You know, I'm gonna hash that out. And then we're gonna talk about why Lori is the thought goddess. And Steve, how you feel about your stepdaughter being the thought goddess? Thank you, Mr. Brown. I would like that answer. I know I'm a little bit ranty, but it's Saturday, so you know. This is a special live stream, so I think I can get away with a little ranting. Steve Harvey. Somebody call Steve Harvey. Because he do a morning show in Chicago, so I know he be in Chicago at some point. Steve, Mr. Harvey, sir. How do it feel that your stepdaughter, whom you gave your last name to, how do that feel that she is the thought goddess of all the thought monkeys, old and young, that wish to relive vicariously through her they thought days? How you feel about that as a man and as a father? Because I know I wouldn't feel too hot about one of mine being publicly looked at as the pinnacle of what a thought should be. That can't feel good. Deep down in your heart as a father. Anyway, that just make me scratch my head, y'all. She the thought goddess. You know what? Why they love us so much? Ooh, Lori Harvey. Ooh, we want to live vicariously through her. Anyway. The book is a contradiction. Think like a man, act like a lady, because you're going to act like what you're thinking like. So if you have masculine thoughts and you're going to have masculine actions behind it, you're not going to be able to do that swap every time away from your masculine into your feminine. That's conditional femininity. That doesn't work. That just ends up being masculinity and failed femininity. It's about to make my head hurt. Okay. Getting back to this at hand. Black women are not going to hold each other accountable because they look at stuff like, that's how I got on Lori Harvey, because they think of women like Lori Harvey as a hero. And that her getting slowered through by these men is some type of female empowerment. So how we gonna get black women and black men to come together if nobody holds black women accountable, including black women? Because she's the leader of the community, so she is accountable. So the men are able to hold black women accountable because she's the leader. And this is the thing that black women don't like anybody to say when we start talking about all of the things that black women are doing as a whole. You are in charge of the household. You are in charge of the children. You are saying what goes on. You're the one that's giving the highest honor. What's the highest honor a woman can give a man? What's the highest thing she could do? Y'all know what it is. What's the highest thing she can do? Give a man a baby. Give a man his spitting image. Or as I like to call it, thank you 39 Dina, as I like to call it, reproducing that man in your womb. Thank you, Savant. Said, but Crimson, no accountability is pure fantasy, but later on they have to pay for their lack of accountability. I'm confused. Recreating a man, replicating a man in your womb for 9 months, a baby that eat everything you eat, that eat you. If you don't consume the proper amount of nutrients and food, that baby will live because it'll eat you. That's why sometimes pregnant women who aren't getting the proper nutrition, their hair fall out, their teeth will fall out, their skin will get back, because that baby gonna eat. It's gonna eat her. It's eating her. Because our bodies are designed to give the child the best possible chance of survival, even if we die. Even if we die. So you mean to tell me that black women are running around here giving babies to men that they will get on Kendra G show? They will get on Brother Kevin Samuel's show. May he rest. And tell everybody, I can't get along with my baby daddy. Why not? Oh, we just didn't get along. Like it's not a big deal. You gave this man a whole baby. So he ain't worthy for y'all to be with. He ain't worthy for you to work nothing out. He ain't worthy for y'all to, you know what I'm saying, really try to get this relationship going and really get it on the right track and really get, for the sake of your children and for the sake of you. He ain't worthy of that, but he was worthy of you to spit out 3 kids for him. If you don't knock it off. If you don't knock it off. You carry a whole child in your womb, go through the literal pains of death, the death pains, to deliver the child into the world. For a man you don't even like. Can anybody make it make sense? Thank you, Rough Day. Thank you, Jake. Can anybody make it make sense? Because it don't make no sense to me. Which is why y'all delete them like you do. So black women can't hold other black women accountable because you don't want to be held accountable. We can try. But the only reason that we can say black men can't hold black women accountable, quote unquote, is because he's not the leader of the community. But we gonna hold you accountable whether you want to be held accountable or not. Because saying that black men are the problem and they're the leaders, so we can't do what we supposed to be doing because black men aren't doing, that's a deflection. Because you do what you want to do at every other time. You cannot have it both ways. I do what I want to do on one end, and then on the other end, he's the leader, and I can't do certain things unless he do what he's supposed to be doing, and I'm going to always be messed up because girl, bye. Girl, bye. We talking about what women are supposed to be doing. And this goes back to the live stream that I did yesterday. Why we don't get treated like women? Because you don't act like one. If you was following men so much, then you would be doing what men say. Instead of making videos talking about you on your own, or we moved on, or and I actually like that accent. I like that little putting the O at the end of things. I find that to be absurdly adorable. When men or women say it, it doesn't matter. Black women are the leaders of the community. So therefore you are responsible. That's why we talking to you. That's why we're talking about you. Stop jumping around in these comment sections acting a fool. We talking about you. We not talking about what black men have to do. Black men can talk about what black men got to do because I got more faith that they'll hold each other accountable than I got more faith than y'all will do it. I got more faith that black men will hold each other accountable than I have that you will. Because I've at least seen black men do so. Like, man, you tripping. You tripping. Blah, 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 blah. One thing I hate, though, I'm going to say this. One thing I hate to see among black men is when a simp get in there and he try to hold red pill masculine men accountable for stuff, but it be based on simp standards. And I'll be ready. I'll be like, ooh, you got to knock it off. You really got to knock it off, y'all. Get that simp out of there now, please. Don't let that simp come in and tell no real black man what he got to do. That's the one thing I hate, is to get a simp on a panel somewhere. Black men are having a productive conversation, and then a simp will jump up. Man, y'all brothers, man, tripping, man. Man, these ain't nothing wrong with these sisters, man. These sisters just going off what y'all doing, man. I mean, okay. And it ain't nothing wrong with black men getting together and saying, you know, it's a lot of us that's F-boys. Because awesome black men that's got themselves together according to the 10 life values is not the majority. But then you'll hear black men say that. You'll actually hear them say that. They're not the majority. Are they there? Yes. Are they the majority? No. But black men will actually say that to one another. Black women won't. You won't even call, black women will not call a spade if a spade came and smacked them in the face. I have watched women gaslight another woman on a panel. A woman that was not attractive, and the women on that panel tell her, ain't nothing wrong with you, sis. You beautiful, sis. These will be the same women. As soon as that woman make them mad, she'll be all kind of ugly bees and ugly hoes and this, that, and that. She'll be all kind of ugly this. She'll be all kind of stuff. Y'all know what it is. I done seen them gaslight before. Yeah, men try to hold each other accountable even when they doing some messed up stuff. They be in a gang. Like, man, you know you ain't supposed to go over there messing with them, man. You know. Now, we out here doing dirt now. Ain't none of us no saints, but you can't do that. A black woman can see some stupid stuff going on with her best friend or with a woman in her family or with a woman, you know what I'm saying, or whatever, and she won't say nothing. She'll sit over there quietly and eat her food. Girl, you ain't no time for that. We don't have time to go nowhere and sit quietly and eat our food. We gotta wait at least an hour before we eat our food. Just like our men have to wait to eat some food after they take their A game. Right? A game is, first of all, the number one product in its class. I gotta say that. A game is number one. A game is on its A game. It don't miss, y'all. A game don't miss. Y'all can ask all the men in the chat that take A game. A game don't miss from the formulation of this product, which comes from 21 natural herbs. There are no inactive ingredients. There are no artificial ingredients. There are no animal byproducts. This is a stand-up A1, A game, number one product. I dare another product to come close to A game. I dare it. I double dog dare it. I really do. There isn't another or better product on the market that addresses a man's energy, his strength, his vitality, or his libido. I dare it. I dare somebody to find one better, from the product itself to the service that you get when you order A Game. And how do you order A Game? How do you become part of this wonderful, wonderful family with this wonderful product? All you have to do is click the link at the top of the chat, agameherbal.com. And please do not forget your 10% discount using the code Kendra10 when you order. Okay? The other thing I want to do is draw attention to, because we are still having our Black Lives Matter petition that is above 2,500 signatures now. So I am so stoked about that. So thank you for everyone who signed the petition, everyone who shared it, everyone who reshared it, everyone who contributed to it. I want to thank everyone so much. My mod even put the link in the chat. So if you want to go and sign it, if you want a link so that you can share it on your social media, please do. I want to thank everyone for their very generous contributions through Super Chat, through Cash App, through PayPal. I want to thank everyone for coming and hanging out with me this Saturday, and a very warm thank you to my support team, without which I am not doing any of this at all. Okay? So I'm going to go ahead and wrap this up, and I will catch you guys on the next one. Bye-bye, Crimsonites.
Hey guys, please like, share, and subscribe to the channel and hit the notification bell. And if you've got more to say on the topic, leave a comment down below. Also, don't forget to support our sponsor, who so graciously supports this channel by clicking the description box and the link for A Game at agameherbal.com. You can go ahead and get a 10% discount off of your next purchase using the code Kendra10. This has been yet another Crimson Cure production, and I'll catch you guys on the next.